It's your girl.
No one's in the live yet.
This is for the replay. It's always the kids. It's always the kids. Always trying to hate on you. You guys see my
Hey,
Grinch, my baby Grinch t-shirt. Everybody else has on Grinch
you live?
pajamas.
Hold on,
Yes, I'm live.
let me show them the drip. It's smart people
That's
in here.
Grand Bar. There's nobody here yet.
Oh, they can see the pre-recorded, huh?
Yes, they're gonna see it. Now, if I
It's
wanted,
raining again. Again.
yes, if I wanted them to be in my video, they would be like, "Don't knock it
It has
down.
to
Don't
be
knock it down."
natural.
It has to be nat.
Right. You can't make it be forced. Why is my somebody join?
Some people will join. People will join my live.
No, I'll be
At
seeing
least two or three people will join.
like
Like no, like
it
yeah.
feels good right here. Right. It's
It
because of the
does.
rain.
I have my window open, guys. I'm listening to the rain. We just got through decorating the tree. That's why everyone is in their pajamas. We're having a good day. It's a beautiful Saturday here in ordinarily sunny Southern California, but today it is raining. It started raining yesterday. It was supposed to start raining on Wednesday. However, we didn't really get the rain until yesterday, and it's a little slight drizzle. It's really not rain. It's really not even rain. It's like a little drizzle. I want it to be like a torrential down, or just pour it down, come down all the way on. I really want to feel that. It was raining like that. No, when Zalea and I went to Starbucks, it was just like a sprinkle. I mean, it was coming down on the roof, but it was just a sprinkle. It wasn't really too much. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday? If you are watching, I said it already, but the girls came in here and now I'm all kerfuddled. But if you are watching the replay, thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment so I know you stopped by. I appreciate everyone for watching, and I appreciate you all for coming in on a replay. Hey, Dr. Ninja Turtle, how are you today? It's a beautiful Saturday. Now it's starting to seem like you can turn it. I'm looking at it from here. I mean, you can turn it off. It doesn't really need to be on. You can turn that off and that heater off. Sorry guys, it's Saturday. The kids are home. They're up and at them. They would have been probably in their rooms chilling or whatever, but I got them all up to come help me decorate our tree. This year we have an artificial tree. Normally I buy real live trees or real trees that are about to not be alive for too much longer. But last year I finally just bit and I got an artificial tree. I don't like artificial trees. I like the smell of a real tree. That's what I grew up with, and I probably really don't care. But you know how we get used to things. But an artificial tree is actually more economical, and it saves you money long term. I could get a live tree for probably $50 to $65, and a good artificial tree you'll probably pay anywhere from 100 to two, maybe three. This year I saw them in Sam's Club for like $700, $800. I'm like, wow. But if you get a good tree and you store it properly, it should last you forever. So you buy it once and that's it. What about you guys? Do you buy fake trees? Do you buy or what do they call them? Artificial trees? Are you guys buying artificial trees, or do you only buy like the real live trees? And I see you in here as well, Kamari. How is your Saturday going? Dr. NT, how is your Saturday going, sir? Are you guys enjoying your day so far? Um, you guys know I'm always talking to you guys about making money or saving money or whatever sales that I see going on. Oh, you're driving. You're driving. That's what's up. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Driving and listening, where I will, I appreciate you for driving and listening. You're always driving somewhere. But yes, let me turn this phone down. Let me see. If you're in here, please hit the like button for me. If you just made it in, um, we'll get started in a little bit as we get more people in. But I just want to welcome you all in. I know it's Saturday. I know you guys are probably just chilling at home, relaxing, as I usually am. I'm usually chilling and relaxing on Saturdays. However, I'm going to work every day for the rest of this year. I have goals to meet that I would like to accomplish. So I'm not taking any days off. I'm working all the way through until I reach my goal. I'm about to make it happen. And I'm also going to include you all on that. As I'm making money, as I'm saving money, as I'm finding out new ventures, I will also be letting you guys know about it, such as today. I know right now times are tough for some of us, a little bit more than usual. I'm on a budget. I am a single mother, so budgeting around the holidays is a thing for me. Um, Ordinarily, I'll just ask my kids, what would you like for Christmas? What do you guys want to do? And I'll just try to make it happen. But as of recent years, I put a budget on, and I'll tell them only one gift. I don't really let them just bombard me with things. They don't need it, and if they have a need, I try to meet that need, right? But right now, they don't need anything. They don't even know what to ask for. They don't even really have a want. So, I mean, it's only so much stuff you can get, and then it's just like you're just asking for stuff at that point. So, I think I think if you can, and there are so many ways that you can celebrate the holidays without breaking the bank, and even if you don't have it, because I know some people are like, I just don't have it. There are so many organizations, there are so many charitable organizations that are willing to help you to celebrate. There's my bro. What's up, bro? Hey, how are you doing today? I hope you guys are having a good day, you and your hubby. How's the weather out there? And where are you at? Jersey? How's the weather where you are? Are you in Alabama still, Dr. Ninja Turtle? And Kumari, where are you listening from? I am doing excellent. So I know that November is cutting it close. November is cutting it really close. If you wanted to get in on those angel tree organizations, if you wanted to get in on Toys for Tots, October was really um, the cutoff for most of these organizations. However, if you also, show up to different events as we get closer to Thanksgiving, and just call around to your Salvation Armies, call around to your local churches. Everybody wants to give around the holidays. Everybody. They'll be giving out turkeys. I know I also want to do something for my followers. I want to probably, and I don't know how I'll do it, because I want to make sure that not that, because you can't, when you're giving something away, you can't really police it, right? I don't want to police it. Sierra standing on business. What's good, girl? Sierra is in the building. You don't want to police your charitable gifts, right? If you give it to somebody, you want to give it to them, and whatever it is they do with it, that's what they do with it. However, I just want to make sure that I'm giving it to someone who really is in need, someone who can really use it, someone who can really benefit from it, because there are so many single moms like myself who are working hard. They're working Um, they're taking care of their children. They're doing all that they can, and they just don't have it. Like all they have is have enough for is bills and what's right there for what their necessities. They don't have extras. There's my sis. What's good, girl? Hey, sis. I hope you are having a beautiful day today. We're getting rain in California. It never rains in California, but it is raining today. It is going to be raining for a couple of days this week, and I'm excited. I watched Merry Little Christmas with Kelly Rowland. It was a little cheesy, but I liked it. I think it's a Merry Little Christmas too. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but when I get off of here with you guys, me and the Barbs will be watching Christmas movies, and I'll probably go get me a second helping of somebody Starbucks or something. But I'm going to veg out. I said I would um, go live, record a little bit. I recorded our Christmas content for you guys. I'll edit it later, put it up probably tomorrow. And I have a few other things I'm going to do, but I'm not going to work all day because I've been working all day. I'm not going to work all day. I'm going to make this a short day. But let's get into it. Let me see who's in my chat first before I give you guys some tips and ideas for staying on budget and being able to celebrate the holidays without robbing Peter to pay Paul, without maxing out your credit cards. I've done that. I've done both of those things, or um, without breaking the bank. We're going to talk about that, and I want you guys to give some of your ideas as well, because your girl doesn't know everything, and I think it's always helpful when we can all express our ideals and give tips and anecdotes about how we've been able to celebrate Christmas when times were a little hard, or even if they're not hard, because I don't want to assume. And just because you are living on a budget like Dr. Ninja Turtle, who is paid, but he eats on $5 a day, guys. So he knows something about he knows a thing about a budget. He will budget his way through life in his retirement year. So even if you have it, we want to keep our money. We don't want to spend it all on Christmas and then come January, we're waiting on tax time. And some of us don't even get taxes because we are not in that tax bracket. We make a little bit more, so we don't have that income tax coming back. Or some of us do. Some of us do because I know some people who pay more in taxes throughout the year, so that when it's time to get to go file their taxes, they don't have to worry about paying taxes, and then they'll actually get a refund back. So I know people who pay more throughout the year so that they can get that lump sum at one time. So, but let's see what you guys have going on in the Chizat. I see you guys are chit chatting away. I love that. I love that. Um, I got to get on my computer or something because it's been harder and harder for me to keep up with the chat because I can't see. I have to get this set up and arranged a certain way because I can't see, and it makes it hard for me. Uh, hey AJ, how are you doing today? Um, hey Sin, what's good? I ain't seen you in my chat in a month of Sundays. I'm glad you're joining today. How are you doing? Hey Osmain, glad to see you here. What do I have planned for the weekend? This. But no, I don't really have a lot of plans for this weekend. I kind of want to have a chill weekend with the kids. I've been working all week, so I said I would spend time with them. Um, we've been running around a lot, and since it's raining this weekend, we decided that we would decorate the tree and spend some time at home watching Christmas movies and just really vegging out. Um, this is a perfect time of year to just kind of wind down and relax. Um, the circus is here, so we may or may not go see the circus tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. It's the weather is supposed to break tomorrow, so we won't have rain tomorrow, but it will be a little chilly. But we'll see. If the circus tickets aren't too outrageous, then maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Nothing too much. Nothing too much. Your subscription expired already? Wait a minute, I thought you just got it. Were you Rich, were you giving us? No, that's not what happened. You guys, your subscription isn't I have to change my account. So I'm not monetized right now. Oh, my memberships are paused. My memberships are paused until I update my information. So when I get off of here, I'm gonna update my information as well. And once I do that, you guys will see your membership again. But yeah, they done demonetized your girl. I was supposed to change it because when I got monetized, I put business on by mistake, and then they wanted me to send in that information, and then I didn't have it. I had it, but I was like, oh, it's gonna take me forever to get that, and I could have just got it, but as long as it's been, but so I wanted to change it to personal, so I got to go back in and change it. So once I do that, everything should be everything in a day or two. But that's why you're not seeing your memberships. you know, I'm good. Been going live to live, giving watch hours, paying it forward. Now it's your turn for a while. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please don't forget to like the live when you come in or before you leave. Let's show my sis some love. Thank you so much for helping me to moderate, Rich. But let me get into these tips. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. We'll stay over here as long as you want to and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll be talking about these this Christmas budget that we all need to have. Like I said, no matter how much money you have, whether you're low or whether you're up, put yourself on a budget. If you have children, I know some people don't have kids, however, they still like to host holiday parties. I haven't been to a holiday party in so long. I would love to go to a holiday party where you exchange Christmas gifts. I haven't done that in years. Do you guys do that? Or you guys celebrating the holidays with friends or with families? I know they have Friendmas. Is that what it's called? Friendmas, when you just celebrate with your friends and you all get together and exchange gifts. Or the last party I had in my house, and I said never again. I had the whole family over here. I said never again. All those kids putting their grubby little hands all over my furniture and bouncing all the child, please. I'm hosting Thanksgiving though. My father is coming by for Thanksgiving. I'm excited about that. I was supposed to go to my mom's for Thanksgiving with my siblings, but so yeah, so I am on a budget. I will I think instead of just going to the store to buy things like I usually do for my Christmas dinner and my Thanksgiving dinner, what I'll do is plan out a menu, and I don't want a lot of leftovers anyway because you don't need all that in your refrigerator. It doesn't get eaten or it's just too much food, right? And you're just gorging on food for 2 or 3 days later. I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll make enough to where if someone wants to take a plate home, they can. And also maybe if we want to have leftovers the next day. So just a few Cornish hens, maybe. My daughter says she wants steak. Steak is like ribeyes are like $25 a pound. I don't know what she thinks I am. I'm not a Rockefeller or a Vanderbilt, so unless it's a little skirts, like a little skirt steak that you got to beat with a mallet, we're not having that. That girl. So we're gonna do Christmas and Thanksgiving on a budget. Um, what do you find yourself wasting money on during the holidays? I know my mom used to always buy cranberry sauce. Nobody ever ate it, and she always bought cranberry sauce. Um, I think she always made way too many sweet potato pies. Um, I feel like what else? But we have a large family, but I feel like a turkey is a waste. Most people don't eat turkey or eat enough of a turkey to justify getting one. Um, unless you have a lot of people coming by, I just don't see why people should get a turkey. I would rather do turkey wings or, like I said, Cornish hens. I feel like I'll eat a whole Cornish hen myself. I will. Uh, I'm not going to hold you. But what do you feel like you waste money on during the holidays, guys? Hey, Tasha, thanks for joining the live today. How are you doing? You're always on a budget. Now, Cena, what are you making? Are you making some coon or something? Because I know coon is cheap. My dad just told me that their neighborhood is being overrun with raccoons. That raccoons are coming in their yard. My stepdad is from Mississippi. He'll probably eat anything. He likes head. What is it? Head hog head cheese. He likes chitlins, all that stuff. So my mom and chitlins have gotten so expensive. They want like $20 for that little small thing of chitlins. I'm glad I don't eat them, but ain't no way I'm paying $20 for pig intestines. That's just crazy. I don't get that at all. We're eating at That's another way to budget. Eat at somebody else's house. Take people up on their offers. My mother never wants to take us up on the offer to cook. She always wants to cook at her house. And now my mom is at the age where she should be relaxing and enjoying her kids and grandkids, sitting back, just chilling and letting us do the cooking. But she wants to cook every year, and we're cooking at our own house. Like, I'm a grandmother myself. I have children myself, so I'll be cooking at my house for my own family, and we might stop by over there, but I'm not gonna eat at her house. So I feel like, that's just what she likes to do. That she likes cooking for the holidays, and she likes eating her own food. She doesn't like the way we cook as much. So whatever, whatever, lady, do you? But I think that if you can't take other, if people, if you have family that have extended you an invitation, that's a good way to budget during the holidays. Another good way, like one year, since when I grew up, it was my mother and my aunt, okay, and uh, they pretty much spent every holiday together with my mom's five and my aunt's five children. And now that we're all adults and we all have our own children, some of us have grandchildren. Now my mom does her thing and my aunt does her thing. But the last year, I think I want to say it had to be, I hosted Christmas at my house in 2015. And I want to say I did it 2017 or 2018 as well. Maybe even 2019 or 2020, one of those years. I can't remember. It's been a while. But what we did was we all got together and pulled names, and we all brought enough gifts for girls and boys. It was a lot of people and a lot of gifts, but we made sure everybody was able to eat and receive a gift. So that's another way to do it. If you have a large family, like I know for me, with me having five children and two grandchildren, that's a lot right there. And I have so many nieces and nephews. I can't even count them all. I think I have like 18 nieces and nephews. Ain't no way. There's no way that I want to go out shopping for that many people, or that I'm going to spend all my money up on that many people. Can you imagine, even if I spent $25 on everybody, and as expensive as things are these days, like what could you really get somebody for $25? You could get them something, but I don't like giving out cheesy gifts. So, and like I have one sibling who has more kids than I do. So I got to spend more money on you and your family than you're spending on mine, like almost double. I don't think so, girlfriend. I know you got all them kids. Now, um, what I say you can do to save money if you have a larger family is you can do like the elephant gift. That's where, or just do pulling names, pull some names out of a hat, and then everybody, and then you can have a limit on how much you're going to spend. Or potluck. That was another thing that we did the last time I hosted Christmas. Everybody brought something, so you don't have one person spending 2 3 days in the kitchen or spending thousands on food for everybody. Everybody brings something, and I'm saying you have somebody bringing the plastics like the napkins and the cups and spoons. You have someone bringing the drinks. Um, Maybe the elders or the cooks in the family, because you know everybody can't cook. Some people you just bring the paper products. My sister, my older sister, she's always usually in charge of bringing paper goods. That's napkins, plasticware, maybe sodas. That's it. You're responsible for doing that. Some people, you put them on store running duty because they don't have any kids or their money is funny. So you're going to be running back and forth to the store. That's your contribution, and you figure it out so everybody can enjoy the holidays. Everybody can feel like they contributed something, and nobody feels left out or like, okay, well, I didn't have money for this and I feel bad. No, like everybody's doing this so we can save money. Also, like if you have that one family member who you know is struggling, get together. Like I think we do too much of leaving people out on the limb. There are organizations that will help, but I know that most organizations, if your kid is over 12, then they're not giving them anything for Christmas. Like if your children are 13, 14, they don't have any toys for them. And even if they do, 13 and 14-year olds, what do they want? They want cell phones, they want Jordans, things like that. Maybe you can't get them something that expensive, but you can get together as a family and say, hey, you know, sister, our cousin is doing bath this year. Let's get together and get a gift card to give her for her kids. Um, I think that works. That works. And you know, if a family is based on that and built around that, where they're not trying to make each other feel bad or make each other, because families do that. It's like I don't know if you guys have it like that in your family, but I know families where they're trying to outdo one another. They're trying to buy their kids more than the other family member. They're trying to show each other up. It shouldn't be like that. Christmas and Thanksgiving is about family. So it's not about who can buy the most or who can spend the most money. Why haven't you been going live? I miss seeing you on live, Cena. You got out of my algorithm. When you stop going live, you get kicked out of the algorithm. That's why I haven't been to your page because I just haven't been seeing you. If you graduate or have kids, then guilt time is over for Christmas. I told my daughter that she turned 18 this year. She was like, well, can I have one last Christmas? Because usually when my kids graduate high school, they become 18, they still get a gift, but they just get one gift. Maybe they get like a $200 gift. Like I'll allow them to ask me, like, um, my daughter, I gave her Beats headphones last year. One year I gave her like the AirPod Pros. I gave that girl like two or three pair of AirPod Pros, and she lost them all. One time I paid like $300 for them when they first came out, 2 or 300, and she lost them. So my oldest daughter, one year I gave her Tiffany earrings. I don't know where those Tiffany earrings went to. She didn't respect it. One year she wanted this expensive backpack. I have yet to see her wear it. So they want laptop stuff like that. No, you're not getting all that. Christmas is for kids. Christmas is for children, not you grown ups. You know, you guys are like 20s and 30s. Get on my face. Get on my face. Especially the oldest one. You have children. So they get your gifts. You still get a little something, but your kids get your gifts at that point. Um, Rich said he got a. All you have is one nephew. If all you have is one nephew, that's 21. He better be getting me some for Christmas because he ran my pockets bone driver. Right, like my nieces, like my kids get their aunt something, but her kids don't get me anything. They haven't bought me anything, and I give them good gifts and give them good things. They have never bought me anything. Um, so that's another thing where you could save money. My grandmother always said, if you don't give her nothing, you don't get nothing. But no, I'm not like that. If you give, you have to be a cheerful giver, but maybe you don't give them as much. Maybe they get a $10 Starbucks card and you call it a day. That's another thing. Give these kids like Robux, stuff like that. Get throughout the year when you're saving your change or when you're doing your recycling, do that recycling. I know some states don't have it. Cali, you do. Michigan, you do. Um, Go ahead and recycle. And as you get every little $10, go buy a Starbucks $15 card or a $10 card throughout the year until you stack up on them. Stack them up. And then give a Christmas card and put that little $10 Robux card in there. Those kids will love you forever for that. Put a little Apple card in there. Also, another thing that you can do is make little baskets for families. So if you have a larger family and you can't afford or it's not in your budget, let's say that instead of saying you can't afford, let's say it's not in your budget to buy uh, one of your family members a gift. One year when I was younger in college, I made everybody Toll House pies. Some people didn't even respect it. Um, all that butter I had to buy, like some people didn't even respect it. And I think one of my mom's friends said, "Oh, it was too sweet." If somebody gave me something, I wish I would say, "Oh, it's too sweet," or "It's too this or that." Oh, I loved it. I probably threw it away in the trash, but I'm gonna be gracious. At least said, I don't know. But after that, that lady never got nothing else from me. But outside of that, if you're a good baker or if you're good at crafts, right? Make blankets. I know it costs to get the materials for that and it takes time, but I know people who make really nice blankets or make really nice homemade gifts that aren't just like a homemade arts and craft project. They're really good items that people would probably spend money on. Um, if you make earrings, whatever you're good at, you don't want to just give some people something that they're going to throw in the drawer and forget because I hate those gifts where there wasn't a lot of thought put into it or where it's like, what is this? Like it's trash, basically. It's like something I don't want. I'd rather somebody give me nothing than to give me something I don't want. Um, and that's not being ungrateful. That's just keeping it real. So in kind, I do the same thing for others. I try to get people things that I know that they would want. Um, and if I can't do that, I don't give them anything. But yes, you can make like a holiday basket where you include like a little popcorn, a little box of candy. You can include like a $10 subscription, or you can include like a next Netflix subscription for the month in there, like on the card. where they can pay for Netflix or Hulu or whatever it is for that month. And then they could watch it in their home. If they want to keep it after that, of course, they'll need to continue to pay for it. But there's all sorts of ways you can do little things like that. I remember one of my friends' mom, they would get that at the time it was $5, but it was a big thing of popcorn, and they would give that to they would wrap it up and give that to everybody. One time, I think somebody used to get the thin mints and wrap them up and give them to people. We ate them, but it was like, wow, for real, that's what you gave us. But but who's not gonna eat the popcorn tins or the little cookie tins? Those cookie tins used to cost $2. I bet you they're like $1,000 nowadays. But my point still stands. I had a friend that used to, and I don't think she had kids at the time. She was like a family friend, and what she would do is she would Cena, you said I tell my nieces and nephews that only using them to be around their kids, and I don't like them like that anymore. Cena, you wrong. Um, this family friend, what she used to do is she used to go to the dollar store, and now we really don't have dollar stores anymore. But she would go to the dollar store. I know sometimes Walmart has it where you can get different things for $1. You can get stocking stuffers, and if you look really good around the store, they have a lot of different toys and gifts that you can get for $1. Well, what I did one year is I went to Dollar Tree and I got the Christmas gift bags. I even do this for Father's Day. I got like the toolbox from Dollar Tree. It's $1.25. It may be $1.75 right now, but I would fill it up with like the utility gloves, hand sanitizer, peanuts, little things like that. Um, a little flashlight, all sorts of different things for $1.50. And before you know it, maybe you spent $15, and you can give that to your male family members or significant others. It's something that they can put in their car. You never know what you might need, and it's there. Or, like I said, if you have a female family member, you can get the gift bags and get the shower pools. You can get hand sanitizer. You can get lotions, different things like that. If they wear glasses like I do, they have like um, a trial size pack of glass cleaners, stuff like that that people need all the time, but maybe they forget to buy. You can put packs of gum, just things that people can put into their purse or put into their desk at work, where it's not a big gift, but it's a gift that's appreciated because all of these items are necessary, right? I think that goes a long way. And that's how you can just still be able to give gifts to others, but not really break the bank, right? So, um, you can also do like family games, like Monopoly, and like so the family can do a game night. You can give the family a Monopoly game, and maybe you can give them also like I said, some candy on the side or whatever else. Maybe you put include Uno, anything like that that the families can do together that they may have been thinking about doing, but now that you gave it to them, now it's like, okay, now we can do this on family game night. Uh, and then also look up videos on YouTube. There are so many people who go to Dollar Tree who make gifts out of items that you just find out of Dollar Tree, and they look really high end and classy. It doesn't take a lot to do a lot. Instead of just giving someone some socks or giving someone a gown that costs $10, you can actually make them a gift that looks really nice that they'll appreciate. So make while you don't have money, we all have a little time, extra time that we could use to put things together for our friends and family. Um, I talked about potlucks. Another thing you can look up is how to make different dishes for the holidays that don't break the budget or, excuse me, break the bank, but that will allow you to have a presentable dinner for your friends and family if you want to host something, or even just for your own family if you want to cook, but you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a meal. You can look up different budgeted meals on YouTube, they or TikTok. Look around and come up with a plan. Um, it'll also help you to come up with something different than the regular turkey dressing and cranberry sauce. Hmm. Whatever you said. I look like who? Your mama looks like whoever that is. Mm-hmm. You look like Obama. You guys just say anything. And the chat is moving so slow, like trying to get you guys out of here. It's been doing that a lot lately. But yeah, so let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? What kind of ideals do you have for budgeting and saving money during the holidays? I know some of you said that once kids reach a certain age, then you just stop buying gifts altogether. And that's an ideal, but I don't know. I hate the ideal of, okay, your whole family's over and the kids are getting gifts, but the older people don't get anything. I think the holidays are about sharing and showing people that you love some appreciation. And if you don't have it, you just don't have it. Good afternoon, Gma Money Getter. How are you doing today? Like I was saying earlier, how you have a larger family. Gma is gonna buy everybody something except me. Her older kids, we get gowns or something like that. But the grandkids, they get more money spent on them, which I think is a whack. The grandkids should get the good gifts from their parents, and the parents should get the good gifts from their mom. Stop giving my gifts away to my kids. They already get enough from me, so they don't they don't need it. They really don't need it. Get whoever is getting reckless out of the chat. That's what you're for. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Did you hit the button, Gmail, when you came in? You're supposed to be pressing their name and getting them out of here. That's why you have that ranch. It's not just there to look pretty, Gmail. You don't like people coming on the chat trying to come for me. I don't like it either. I don't like it either. Get them straight, mama. So yes, back to my notes. What do you do if you're married, right? And I know I don't know if you're still in here, Rich, but you and your husband, what? How do you guys give each other gifts? I know some people say, "Oh, we're not going to give each other gifts this year," and I don't know under what what circumstances I would be okay with my significant other not giving me a gift. I would feel some type of way. And plus, I want to give him something too. So I would want to exchange gifts. But do we put a budget on it or do we just give however we want to give based on our love, right? Like I love my man, my man, my man. So I'm going to get him something that he will love. I don't care how much it costs and I mean, that would be how I would be, but I think that maybe, especially if you have goals and you love each other, Like, do you put a budget on what you're going to give your partner, or should we just give each other whatever? Like, take the opportunity for Christmas at Christmas time to give our loved ones something that we know they will really enjoy. I mean, do should we be doing that, or is that should those type of gifts be reserved for like Christmas? I mean, excuse me, birthdays, Valentine's Day, anniversaries, or should you reserve the special gifts for like if you made it to 5 years, if you made it to 10 years? Because if you're like just at year two, do you really want to be giving your partner all this different stuff like a car? I know some people give their partners cars for Christmas and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it just depends on how well off you are. But some of us are just eking out a living. We're barely getting by. So, perhaps we don't want to do all that for our partner. Um, and we want to do a little bit extra, right? So, mm. You have a budget. He doesn't. Gma says she has a budget for him, but he doesn't have a budget for her. I know that's right, Gma. I know that's right. That's on you. I would give my grandkids anything I want. I usually give my granddaughters what Dreamy's too young to really say I want this or I want that. So I would give her some. I give them big gifts. Um, and her big sister obviously is old enough to say, "Grandma, can you buy me this or can you get that?" So I usually get her one gift. I usually get them both one gift, but I get them whatever they ask me for, whether it's a laptop or whatever it is. I usually just get one thing. So yes, I'm still live. I'm still live. Okay, let me go back to my notes. Mhm. Another thing you could do. I remember one year I was working. Uh, with this young lady, and I really liked her movement. Her energy was everything. She was the type of person that had like four work outfits that she would rotate. And someone said, now she knows she can buy some different clothes, but she never came to work dirty, smelly. Her clothes never looked old or worn. She always came to work every day neat, but she had like four outfits that she would rotate, and she would change up the shirt, or she just wore the same four outfits. She had a reasonable haircut. She drove a Subaru, so that lets you know people who drive Subarus are usually very different people. So one year, um, she said she had two children, two girls. Her husband was in the military, and they had bought a home cash. He was in the military. They didn't even use his GI Bill. They just paid for their house cash because that's uh, uh, how much of a steward they were over their money. And they bought the house, and they eventually moved to Europe because he was being stationed over there. So when they sold their house, they just profited um, because they had bought it cash. But anyway, it was around Christmas time, and we were all talking about what we were doing for the holidays. And she said, "Well, we're taking our kids to Great Wolf Lodge." And I was like, "Oh, that's nice." And Great Wolf Lodge isn't really cheap, but it's not really expensive either. But they were going to stay there for the weekend. And I said, "Oh, are you, what gifts are you getting your kids?" She said, "No, they would probably get Barbie dolls and coloring books to play with on the way there, but that was it. That was their gift." I think that's a good way to go too. Maybe you take your family somewhere instead of doing the. By the time you pay for food, by the time you pay for gifts, by the time you spend time, and time is money shopping, you could have taken that money and went on a vacation with your family. And that's a good gift too. And you can save a lot of money if you plan in advance, go through a travel agent, do something with like AAA or whatever, depending on how large your family is. You can take your, or you can even drive up. Like I live not too far from Big Bear. You can rent a cabin and go spend the holiday skiing and different things like that. It just depends on how you want to do it. And maybe you could still give like a little something to everybody, like a blanket or whatever. But I think the holidays should mostly be about memories and how you spend time together, because you can get a bunch of gifts and half the toys will end up broken. Some of the clothes might not get worn. But if you give your family memories, that's going to go way further in my mind. You know what I mean? We just have to get creative and think outside of the box, because Christmas and Thanksgiving is just one day. You got the, if you make it, if you see it, you got the whole 2026 to make sure that your family is doing okay. So if you spend it all, I know, like I said, I know people who, you know, when Christmas is over, then they're going into debt. Um, their credit cards are maxed out. Um, they spent all the money on Christmas dinner, and now now the refrigerator is empty, and they're trying to stretch those Christmas those Christmas dinners out for as long as they can. You can only eat Christmas dinner for about 2 3 days. After that, you got to throw it out, unless you froze it. Like if you froze it day one, then you got to try to thaw it out. But like, don't do too much for Christmas. Like I said, I don't care how much money you have. Budget. Put yourself on a budget, whether you have zero balances on your credit cards or not. Try to keep them as low as possible so you can pay them off really quick. Or maybe you might have one credit card that you're going to use. And if you didn't do it this year, start planning for next year. Start saving your change, start saving your recycling money, start maybe doing a few extra shifts at work so you can start building your Christmas budget, and maybe start door dashing a little bit more and dividing that up into different accounts and making one of those accounts a Christmas budget. That goes a long way. I didn't talk about layaway. I know these stores aren't doing layaways like they used to. They used to have layaway at Walmart. I remember when Kmart was around, you can do a layaway there. I remember when they had Kids R Us, you could do a layaway there. It's like hard to get a layaway going these days, but um, I think Marshalls, they don't do it anymore. They used to do layaways. Um, I know where I live, because it's different depending on which city you live in. But where I live at, you can still do a layaway at Burlington's. I think it's $5 that you have to put down, and then maybe a fee for the layaway. You didn't order something? You got hungry. Child, please. These kids are door dashing. Like, never give your kids money, because they will door dash the hell out of it. This child done ordered McDonald's. I'm not. What is that? What do you need? No, 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 not this. No, no, that's what you need. And then look in that closet. It's leaving in the closet. You're washing your hair now when it's raining. It's leaving in the closet right there. Hey, Moonlight. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Was that your food? You left it. Well, since you guys are door dashers, then I got a door dash. No, I'm just playing. I got roast in there. I'm going to eat some of that roast. They can play that game if they want to. I'm going to eat me some roast when I get off of here and chill in my bed. Hmm. Um, what did you get? I thought you said your card wasn't working. Yeah, I want my money that you owe me. I still want it. See, that's what you got to do. You can't give your kids everything. Moonlight, there is no next life where you can marry me. Okay, there's no next life, unfortunately, for you to marry me. You have to do it now. You have to come to America and marry me now. I'm available. But yes, where was I? Oh my gosh, I got to talking to those children and I forgot where I was. But layaway, yes. Do your layaways. I think you can do a layaway at Burlington for like 2 months. And they do have toys at Burlington. They have lots of different clothes. If you go to shop at places like Burlington's, you can get your kids a Christmas for about $100. You really can, especially if you have the little ones. You can get an outfit, shoes, socks, underwear, PJs, a toy, and call it a day. Those kids don't know the difference. Just get them something that they want, like when they're like 2, 3, 4, and shop according to age. Your 2-year old does not need a Christmas tree full of gifts that they probably won't even play with like that. They don't need all that stuff. Get them a few educational toys. Call it a day. For real. Like 1 year, I'm ashamed to say this. 1 year MMG had the tree, had gifts around the tree this high. Well, I can show you a picture. In my room, I had gifts stacked almost to the ceiling. Thank you, Moonlight. Um, I had gifts stacked almost to the ceiling. They had uh, doll houses, telescopes. All of them ended up in the garage just collecting dust. They still have a foosball table outside. I'm going to tell them to bring their foosball table on in. Bring it on in, because the way I have my family room situated, they can bring it on in and start playing with the foosball. It's been out there for forever. I would buy like trampolines, and they've had several trampolines with the enclosures, and I wouldn't let them put it up because for whatever reason, and it'd be sitting outside. They got gymnastics equipment that they haven't used in forever that I need to sell sitting outside. I know some of you guys got bikes that your kids have forgotten about, don't ride them anymore because they're on cell phones or whatever. I told my kids they're all getting bikes this year. Thank you, Moonlight. I hope you're having a good day. What are you, about 8 hours ahead in Nigeria? Are you 8 hours ahead, or are you 18 hours ahead? I forget. I used to date someone from Nigeria, and when he went back home, probably over there with his real wife, he would tell me, "Oh, we're 12 hours ahead." He would act like he couldn't hear me on the phone. Never again. I would never do that again. Yeah, so back to my notes. I think I'm covering everything. I'm just talking and I'm really getting through all my tips. If you guys have any tips, please share them. I'm sure the money getters would love to hear from you all. Um, um, Also, side hustles throughout the year. I think I talked about that, but side hustles throughout the year will put some more cash in your pocket, right? Um, so I think I went through everything, but to sum it up, put together a budget for yourself so that you're not overspending and so that you can stay within a certain level for yourself, because you don't want to, like I said, no matter how much money you have, you don't want to just throw caution to the wind. You want to have a budget. Usually my Christmas budget is $3,000 for just Christmas gifts. That doesn't include. Usually, what I do is I say I would spend $1,000 on each of my younger kids, and maybe I don't even have a budget for what I'll spend for my older kids. For my three younger kids, I'll usually spend $1,000 a piece on them. This year, that's not happening. This year, we're gonna go all the way down. I don't have it. I'm retired. I don't have. I don't have it. So we're not going to do that this year. We're going to scale it all the way down. Um, I don't know if I'm buying everybody Christmas gifts this year. I don't know if I'm doing nieces and nephews this year because I don't got it. And now that I'm retired, I can say I'm retired. I'm on a budget. I don't have it. Um, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it this year. And plus, I've been already. I can do it like that because I've already been given nice Christmas gifts. I've been given nice graduation. I mean, birthday gifts. I've been doing nice graduation gifts, and I've been gifting all year. So I can say, and I hate when people say that. Well, I did this all year long, so I ain't worried about Christmas. Christmas is Christmas. Birthdays are birthdays. Quit being cheap. So I don't know though. We'll see. We'll see. Last year I gave everybody Christmas gifts. Everybody in my family got Christmas gifts, and then I doubled back around and I gave all my siblings monetary gifts. But my kids didn't get gifts. My kids did not get Christmas gifts, and I did not get a Christmas gift. So um, this year I will be the Grinch. And I remember, like my grandma did, that you didn't give me a gift, so you don't get a gift. It's just what it is. I heard that, sis. Entertainment you love says, I gift everybody and nobody gifts me, so they're not getting itch this year. I know that's right. The Nigerian, I love that Nigerian. Let me tell you, I loved it, that man. I was crazy over the Nigerian. And he acted like he was crazy over me. He had to like, he worshiped the ground I walked on at first. But then I found out he acted like that with everybody. He was so excited to be in America. He thought I was just like an enigma. Like he treated me like I was Beyonce at first. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We had us a good run. But that was my first and my last. No, that actually wasn't my first Nigerian moonlight. My other one was fun too, but we were more casual. We were more friends, so mm, we were just like whatever, just hanging out. Sometimes he was cool, but the Nigerian that I was with for a couple of years, he was supposed to marry me. I loved his dirty draws, y'all. But let me focus. Let me focus. Let me get back to what I'm talking about. Oh, you gave us gifts. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My mom did give us gifts. My mom was like, nobody gave them gifts. You gave us gifts, mom. You did give us gifts. That's one thing about Gma. She's gonna give everybody a gift. But Gma is still playing with me about my transformer. If I don't get Bumblebee or Optimus Prime Transformer this year, this is your last year getting a gift. I'm not even gonna keep talking to you. I'm not gonna keep talking to you. Gma likes to give the grandkids whatever they want, and then and then just be like, "Here, go get your pajamas." I think the ones right there. Wait a minute, do those have your name on it? Wait a minute, where's Charity's pajamas? No, I want my Optimus Prime, so I'm gonna put them right here. No, right here, here, right there. I'm gonna remove one of these. I'm going to put this elephant over here, and then I'm going to put my Optimus Prime right there. So if you guys don't see it, December 26th, just know, just know. Yep, yep, that's how it's going to go. Christmas is the same to me, nothing special, just the trees and knock out the food and clothes. It's an everyday thing, but don't have children. Maybe by then it will make more sense to me. Oh, you don't have children? Yeah, I think that the holidays are really for children. Um, honestly, when it comes to gifting toys and things like that. But they're also for family and togetherness. It should not be based around money and okay, you spent thousands of dollars on me. I know like kids are going to go back to school and their kids are going to be asking my ex-husband, his mother was a Jehovah's Witness, so he hated Christmas. So because he said he never got to get gifts, so when he would go back to school, he would just lie about what he got. And because his mom didn't celebrate. But when he had kids, his mother was remarried, and suddenly she was celebrating holidays. So she would get our kids, um, and even me, she would get us all these different gifts, and he would be so pissed off at her about that. But he hated the holidays because he said he never got to celebrate them, and you know, he would always be embarrassed when all the kids would come to school with new shoes and talking about how they got this and got that. So, you know, and my mother used to say all the time that there is nothing worse than a kid waking up on Christmas because you hear about Santa Claus and everybody's getting a gift, and no, it shouldn't be about money, but it's a child, and that's why so many organizations want to give kids at least something, because Christmas time is supposed to be that time of year where we all get together and give everybody something. You're not going to say what you really think about Christmas, Cena. Thank you for coming back, Cena. I know a lot of people don't, they be like, Christmas is a man made holiday. Like I said, it is, and it isn't. For me, I celebrate God every day. I'm not religious at all. I love God, period. I love God. I love Jesus, but I'm not religious in the sense that um, I'm stringent and rigid. Like, you must wear a long skirt. You must do this on this day. You must do that. No, I just love God and I know what God says and I love people. Even when I don't love people, I love people because I love God and I do what He tells me to do for the most part. Um, but outside of that, Easter, all of that stuff, I know it's man made. I know the Easter bunny is not real. I finally told my kids, even when I told my daughter, the baby, even where did this come from? Where the heck is this cord coming from? I don't know where that came from. Even when I told the baby, look, there's no more that Christmas isn't real. I bought all this stuff. She still was like, "Nuh-uh, it isn't. Christmas is real. Santa is real." So I just was like, whatever. She still wanted to believe it's a pagan holiday, and they used to make those who don't have feel bad. Um, you could say that, but at the same time, let me see how I can get Hawkman out of here. You guys tell him bye because I don't know who he think he is coming to my chat with that foolishness. But I'm not just gonna hide you from my channel. I'm gonna report you so that we can get you off YouTube. You have to make you another page on another phone, but you're gonna get off YouTube. You don't come to my live with that foolishness. Real talk. Um, Gmail, use your ranch. Press his name and get him up out of here. Hey, nature lover, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. For some reason, I can't get these people out of here quick enough. Don't ask me why. I'm trying my best. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Can you guys hear me now? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. You're back? Okay, cool, cool, cool. I don't know what happened. It just disconnected for some reason. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? I don't know what's going on with my speaker. Maybe it's going dead or something like that. But yes, you just have to spend wisely. Definitely, definitely. But your family wants you around. And guys, if you have family members who don't have and who are working hard to take care of their families, but because of the economy, because they just lost a job, maybe your family member got sick and is disabled, you know you have a family member that's not doing as good as they usually do, that they can't provide for their family like they usually do. But they're not a drug addict, they're not a leech. Because we have those family members that are leeches, and I understand you not wanting to take money out of your pocket to give to somebody who doesn't want to give to anybody else. But for those family members, and I think we shouldn't judge who should get and who shouldn't get, but let's not make kids pay for the for their parents' misdeeds and misgivings. Let's always be there for kids. But like I said, if we know family members, and even if we have a friend who we know is struggling a little bit, let's try to come together with other people and say, you know what, let's help that family member out. Because Cena, there shouldn't be family or friends amongst us who we know we can help and we're not helping. And it shouldn't take the holidays to do that. Maybe sometimes it's during the year and we know this friend or this family member is struggling. Come together and everybody put in a pot a little $25 or whatever, or $50, whatever it is you have, and discreetly give them a few $100s or something like that. That's tithing too. That's tithing. You don't have to wait for the holidays to give to charity. You don't have to wait until somebody asks you for it. You know. People know when you don't have it like you used to, especially if you're somebody that's always giving. And if you know you have a family member, I know somebody is listening now or will be watching on a replay. If you know you have a family member that's always giving, my uncle Bobby, rest in peace, he was the type of person, we didn't see him all the time, but when he saw us, and like I said, my mother has, a gaggle of grandkids and kids, and so does my aunt. He's taking the whole family out to dinner. Every time he would come down to see us, we live in Southern California, and he lived in Northern California. So when he would come down, he would get all of his nieces and nephews because it was only my uncle and my grandmother. It was just those two. He would come down and he would treat us all like we were his children. He was always like that, always giving. And those family members we all have those family members who are well off or who have good incomes. They make, at that time, my uncle was a computer engineer. He used to make money, okay? He used to make money, okay? But at the same time, he wants somebody to give him something. Give those family members something. Don't think, oh, well, they drive a Porsche or they have a big house, they have a mansion. Those people want something too. And don't think to yourself, well, I don't have that much. Think of something that they need. Maybe it's a pen set. Maybe they need a nice pen. Or maybe the whole family can get together and chip in and give that person something too. Because everybody wants to be appreciated and loved during the holidays. Nobody wants to feel like they're the only one that's given and nobody is giving back. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. But I've been on here for a long time. I got other things to do. I hope you guys found some value in some of the tips that I gave today. Use layaway, budget. Help friends and family if you can, and try to get with other family members, and don't talk about people. Oh, they thought they had it like this, or last year they was out buying this and that, this year they can't do it. Hey, by the grace of God, there go I. Some of us have it going on, some of us was doing it like this, and it's not like that no more. It's not. So let's try not to make people feel bad, like Cena said, who don't have it. Listening to this gives you reason to have children in a family. Auntie Cena said, be a cheap ass like her. Cena, bah humbug. I'm going to send you a Grinch shirt too. One year I told my kid's father / ex-husband, my ex-husband, I said, you know what? Because he said, I don't like Christmas. I never celebrated Christmas. My mom didn't buy us Christmas gifts on Christmas because we were Jehovah's Witness. I don't like Christmas. I said, okay, Grinch. Why that fool go get a Grinch tattoo? He used to have tattoos all over. He got a big green Grinch tattoo. So I know he would find a kick out of us celebrating this year with Grinch PJs, because I called him the Grinch, and then he went and got the tattoo because he said, you know what? Exactly. That's exactly who I am, the Grinch. Nature lover. Some people are like that. Some people are like, look, where's my Christmas socks? Where's my Christmas t-shirts? You know, but at the same time, I'm sure he probably wants something else. I know my stepfather, he looks forward to getting his cologne. He loves cologne, so I got to take him to shopping. I got to take him shopping and get him something. But he likes cologne. You know, he don't really care what it is anyway. It's not like he knows. Let me stop because my stepfather watches me on the TV, what he calls the TV, YouTube. Don't stress over what you can buy. Absolutely not, nature lover. That's not disrespecting yourself by taking things from others. Nature lover, I think respecting yourself is knowing that you have value too, and that you don't just have to give. I think that we have to be gracious too and accept things from others. Like, that's just like if somebody says, oh, you look nice today, and you said, oh, this old thing. No, you say thank you. Thank you. It's okay to say thank you if somebody tells you you look nicer, if they're complimenting you, and it's okay to accept a gift from somebody, especially if you know that you would do it for someone else. Yes, you can get nice cologne gifts. Right now, like at Walmart, they have some things that were $10 and $20. I know, like I said, $10 to $20 is a lot right now for some of us. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's a lot for some of us. Some of us are really struggling right now, but then at the same time, I saw last week how people went crazy over those glass bears at Starbucks. People were at Starbucks at 3 a.m. Some of them were reselling those glass bears for $300, and people were buying them because they wanted those little glass teddy bears. They were cute, but not cute enough for me to be up at 3 a.m. standing in line for it, or for me to pay $300 for it. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But people buy what they want, and that just goes to show you the economy is still what it is. When I went to Brandy and Monica's concert last Saturday, it was filled to capacity, and that was their second sold out show in Los Angeles. Concert tours are still happening. People are still going crazy over inanimate objects like the glass teddy bear jars. People are still going to spend money. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a content creator, still do your business as usual. Whatever you were selling, whatever you were doing, I guarantee you there's a market for everything that people need and some of the things that people want. Now, some people will be a little bit more frugal or budget a little more, but those who understand commerce and those who understand business will know that there will always be people who are going to find a way to spend money. So make sure that you're that you're in the mix, that you're not caught up. Because if you don't sell it, somebody else is going to sell it. Somebody else is going to come up with a glass teddy bear to sell. And what if Starbucks said, oh, no, the economy is doing bad. We might not want to bring these teddy bears out. Do you know what happened? Do you know what ended up happening? People got mad because Starbucks didn't have enough teddy bears. People were mad, like, you knew we wanted those teddy bears. Why would you only send a certain amount? You should have sent way more than that. You knew it. And Starbucks had to apologize because they didn't send out enough teddy bear jars for their customers. I'm trying to tell y'all. Raven. So I'm gonna get out of here. My kids.
Yes.
My children need me. I'm a mom out here. Let me see these last few comments. My kids need me, y'all.
No, you don't.
The Black Friday sales have started early, but
What time How do you tell me to come?
never mind.
Okay.
Go, kiddo. Go. Go ahead, kiddo. Did you enjoy your McDonald's?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
The Black Friday have started earlier. Make sure you use my link. My link is in my profile or bio, whatever you want to call it. All you have to do is go to my homepage, click up there up top, and you'll see like what do I have on there? I have Linktree, and I also have my Walmart storefront and my Amazon storefront. Check out my holiday content because I will be linking everything that I got in my descriptions for you guys to check that out too. But yes, if you need a television right now, is the time to get it. If you need your deep freezers, things like that. Like I know a lot of people wait until income tax time, like G-Ma used to do. She was saying the other day, like it was tax time when she got her first deep freezer for the family. So, so I know that people have to, wait until then when they have a lot more money. But also you can, when you get your tax money, save something. That's another thing. When you get your tax money, instead of spending it all up at that time, put something to the side. You can also put something from your tax money, you can put it into a CD account. You can start a certificate of deposit account and just start adding $50 a month. And then it'll keep rolling over. So it may be too late for this year, but the next year or two, you can gain interest from it. Like, what is it, like 4%, 5%? Something is something, right? And you can take that money that you saved up and you can have it at the ready for your appliances that you need for your Christmas gifts and stuff like that. Start saving up. Stop spending everything. Stop spending everything that you get. That's the last thing I want to leave you guys with. Christmas is one day out of the year. Don't spend it all on Christmas. Your kids will not love you any less if you buy them less. You know, make sure you can take care of everything. Hey, ex Vate from Iran, how are you doing? You have a CD, Nature Lover. That's what's up. Thank you, Nature Lover. I appreciated you for joining in. Moonlight, I appreciate you as well for keeping the chat going. Are you by Treasury bills, Moonlight? That's what's up. I don't know what Treasury bills are here. Are you here in the U.S. or are you in Nigeria? Is that something they offer over there? Maybe I'm just ignorant to it. I love trends though, but it's painful when you spend too much on them because over time they don't make sense. Right. Like you buy this Starbucks cup and then next thing you know, it's just in the cabinet with the rest of the trendy cups that you buy and you don't even use them anymore. I can't tell you how many things. The one thing my kids, my daughter used to want when she was around between 6 and 8 were those OMG dolls. She has so many OMG dolls, like every other week. Mom, if I have a good week, can I go get an OMG doll? And they would be $10 and you get a ball. Then they come in these, everything you have to unwrap. It was the whole thing. And she would want me to go get her these OMG dolls every week. I got her an OMG dollhouse, a van. Don't ask me where any of that stuff is. And then I had Dreamy come along years later, and Dreamy likes little handheld toys like that. And I'm like, why didn't I keep all those little toys and, you know, put them away? But we just ran out of room. And so, and I'm sure those dolls would probably be worth something at some point because you don't really see OMG dolls anymore. But how many OMG dolls did you guys have?
We had a lot.
You had a lot. And where is one at right now?
In the garage somewhere.
No, they're not in the garage.
At least one.
No, because I emptied that garage out. I don't know how many times. That's what they do. You buy them a bunch of stuff, and then it stays in the house for a little bit. Then they get sick of it, take it to the garage. I get sick of looking at it in the garage, and then I have somebody come do a haul and get rid of all of that stuff. And they'll say, "Really, you're getting rid of this? Really?" And then they'll be putting it to the side to take home to their children. I'm like, I have no space for it. But goodbye, guys. Have a great rest of your Saturday evening. I'll be on here tomorrow. I'll be going live every day during the holiday season to keep you guys, give you guys tips and get you guys motivated to save money. Hey, Ella, bye. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Real quick, if you didn't hit the like button, if you were in here watching and you forgot to hit the like button, please hit the like button and share this video because somebody may need to hear some of the tips that I gave, or at least share the tips that I gave with some of your family and friends. And like I said, most of all, remember that Christmas is about giving more than getting. Find a family that you can give something to. We all have something we can give, whether it's our time, whether it's our expertise, our creativity. Try to find a way that you can give more than take. Bye, you guys. God bless. God bless. Okay, go ahead and hit the X.